There are many reasons why small business owners struggle to establish successful sales teams. But in this video, I want to focus on what I believe is the most common reason for failure. Simply put, many entrepreneurs fail to recognize that you cannot scale sales through a team using the same approach or basis for selling that worked when the business started. To understand this, you first need to consider how most small businesses begin. Very few companies are launched around a completely original product or service. Most startups are what I call replica businesses. Businesses built by copying an existing model within an industry. Typically, an aspiring entrepreneur works in a particular sector and notices that most competitors operate in a very similar way. There is an established formula, or as business schools would call it, a business model. If the barriers to entry are low, the entrepreneur launches a business by following that formula. The result is usually a company selling similar products in a similar ways at similar prices to the same types of customers as everyone else in the market. In other words, the business enters the market with very little differentiation. So how do these businesses generate sales in the beginning? Ask 20 small business owners why customers buy from them, and you'll probably hear some version of this. My customers buy from me because they know, like, and trust me. That's relationship-based selling, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. In fact, most startups rely heavily on relationships established before launching the business to secure their first customers. But there is a limitation to relationship-based selling. Growth becomes constrained because every sale depends on the direct involvement of the founder. At first, sales often comes easily. A capable entrepreneur leverages existing contacts to secure early business. Those first customers may even introduce friends, family, or colleagues, helping the company gain momentum. But eventually, something happens. The founder runs out of network. Yes, new relationships can still be built, but sales volumes often plateau and growth begins to stall. And it's usually at this point that entrepreneurs start thinking about building a sales team. The problem is that many business owners assume a sales team can simply continue selling the way the business owner always have. But consider this. Would you have resigned from your job a year ago to join your own business as a salesperson today? Probably not. Now think about experienced salespeople already working successfully in your industry. Why would a proven, target-achieving salesperson leave a stable, well-paying role to join a one-year-old business that sells the same products in the same way at similar prices to the same customer as everyone else? Top salespeople already earn good money. Some may even earn more than you are currently earning as business owner. So what incentive is there for them to take the risk? The reality is that many small businesses end up attracting inexperienced candidates, perhaps a young salesperson with little industry knowledge, limited confidence, and no professional network. And here's the critical question. Can that young person sell on the same basis that the founder did? The answer is almost certainly no. The founder succeeded because of years of relationships, credibility, experience, and personal trust built over time. A new salesperson simply does not have the advantages. So what should a business owner do if they find themselves in this position? In the short to medium term, it may be wiser to explore alternatives to a traditional sales team in order to grow sales volumes. For example, you could consider intermediary partnerships, selling your product through individuals or businesses that already have trusted relationships with your ideal customers. Another option is to position your offering as a complementary product alongside another company's solution, allowing you to access an existing customer base. These approaches can help increase sales in the short term, but they are rarely sustainable long-term advantages because competitors can usually copy them. Over the long term, you need to recognize something important. If it was relatively easy for you to start a business in your industry, it will eventually become easy for many others also. As more competitors enter the market, differentiation becomes critical. To build a scalable sales organization, you must develop a strategy that substantially and sustainably differentiates your business and your offering from competitors. Because sales teams do not sell relationships in the same way founders do. Sales teams sell differentiation, and differentiation requires a strategy. Crafting that strategy is the topic of my next video. For more content like this, visit Constructum Sales Success on YouTube. You may also connect with me, Dion de Bruin, on LinkedIn if you need help building your own sales team. Thank you for watching and all the best with your business.